Okay, welcome to another episode of We Don't Know What We're Doing, but we're doing it anyway. It's now getting later in the year. We had snow last night, and today's high is only about 43 degrees. Unfortunately, you can't lay cement unless it's over 40 degrees during the day, and this just isn't warm enough. So I'm afraid that most of our cement work for the season may be over. We'll see if we have a warm spell again. But in the meantime, we do have some projects we can do. This is our garden in the back. We've always called it our back 40 because it's 40 feet by 40 feet, which is at 120 feet worth of garden was fantastic when we were a small growing family. Now that it's getting just a few of us at home, we don't need this big. And so part of our project is to transplant grass from our project into the garden. We're going to split our garden in half, and you can see what we've already transplanted. This is just from the footer. We're going to fill this whole area in here all with sod. Then we'll eventually have to come out and take out this cement barrier here and lay a new one over there. And so that's part of today's job. Before we can get to that job, we have been a little bit sloppy in our work, and this is all the grass that needs to go away and be replanted into the garden. Unfortunately, we've put a lot of rock in here, a lot of the boards that we use for framing in here, and so our first job is to clean this up. I have one son who was on a camp out last night, a wife who was working from midnight until about 11 o'clock this morning, and a daughter who's taking off on other jobs. So I think today's job is just me. Okay, now this area is all clean and we can start working on removing all of this sod. I don't think I'll get it all done today, but I plan to at least make a dent in it. Sometimes when you don't know what you're doing, it does help to pull out a book or look on a YouTube. In this case, it was a book I was reading on how to build a patio, and it gave the suggestion that when you're cutting sod, what you do is you first cut it out with a lawn edger. I hadn't thought of that before, and so that's what we're going to do today. We'll just do straight lines all the way across, cut the strip, do another straight line all the way across, and cut the strip. It should work pretty good, I think. Okay, so here I got the first row cut out. That's where the sod was. These lumps of dirt are the sod as they are. And so what it turns out to be is that you have a chunk of sod like this with dirt on the other side, but the whole thing comes out as one. It was a little bit dirtier because it was right against the wall. I expect that the next row to go a lot cleaner. I already learned that doing the rows down is a good idea. Cutting across is not so much because you don't exactly know how big you want each cut to be. In fact, I may try later on doing it without any cutting at all, except for the stripes. And so there I have it. It doesn't look a lot, but working by myself over a couple hours, I was able to get about 6 feet worth of sod taken out, and probably about 30 more to go. So I think doing it at this pace is probably going to take me at least, I don't know, maybe 3 weeks of solid work to get done. Got a lot to go, but it's coming along and we'll get there. So this part I know a little bit about what to do. My mom always had some type of project that we were taking out sod for as a kid, and so here I am as an adult still taking sod out. The rest of it I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm doing it anyway.